Hey folks, this is Ben Gessel. This is just kind of stop and go traffic. Right now, heading into Tacoma, visiting my sister's family, my parents here today and tomorrow. And I had a thought for you here. One of a few, at least a few, if not more. I've been playing Divinity Original Sin, the original one again. You know, the games that are newer will require a new computer, of course, in the future. Like Divinity Original Sin 2 and a new PC probably. Divinity Original 2, Divinity Original Sin 2, and Baldur's Gate 3, and if I want Skyrim, and if I really wanted to, there's another one that's a second sequel. It's kind of half-hearted about. I think it's Pillars of Eternity 2 or something like that. But there's others, and so those are going to wait still until I have a new computer. But you guys can kind of see Fife over here a little bit. So Divinity Original Sin 2, it's just, I've played it before, beat the game, playing again now. It's a brutal game. It really tests the ability you have to think outside the box with battles and everything. It really does. It's a mind game. It's absolutely problem-solving IQ. It's one of the strongest things about the whole game, and I think probably the second one's even more. I'm guessing it's more that way, but it's the second. I've heard the second one's better. You could spend hours just mixing, ingredients to get different things. It's almost like I want to mix everything or discover everything possible, and then focus on the stuff that I want the most. After you know all the effects of everything most. Or at least, it's like a game where it's been a while since I've played it, and I do want to understand all that better. So I mentioned in an earlier video when I probably critiqued this a little bit, some things I liked about it, things that whatever. I know personally what I'm still wanting in a video game. But, I guess I just think that Divinity Original Sin 1 has some great areas, but it's just that it could have been bigger. It could have been bigger. It does feel very linear at times. Like you really should be doing this. It's generally not one thing you have to do, but it is fairly linear. And I wish it wasn't so much that way. There's a little bit of leeway. But, it should have been I would have paid more if it was a bigger game. They should have had more content in it. But I think Larian is one of the studios to keep an eye on. Now, regarding Baldur's Gate 3, of course I haven't played it. I'm assuming it's not even out yet. It's barely in September they're going to come out. I've heard that Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of involving. I don't know if you guys how familiar you guys are with Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, but it involves mind flayers and stuff. Mind flayers. When I played Baldur's Gate 2 and all that stuff, real hassle. I do not care for mind flayers. As far as enemies go, as far as headaches go with enemies and stuff, mind flayers are definitely up there. They're definitely up there. They're more frustrating to deal with than vampires. They're more frustrating to deal with. Dragons are fun. Mind flayers are you have to have mind blocking stuff. You're a person that's you have to go for the kill ASAP before they get any spells on you. They're really not fun. So I've heard that the whole plot involves mind flayers and things, and I think that it can be promising, but a worm growing inside of someone, why does it have to be that something's wrong with somebody? I was looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm like, kind of like being a vampire, like kind of. But sorry, folks, I'm just dealing with traffic here. I really don't like the idea, if I played that game, of a worm being inside my character, and then you have to get the worm out. You have to, or it's like, or the geese, or whatever, or you have some scourge, some pestilence, some plague, or whatever that you
In a quarter mile, keep left at the fork to stay on I-5 South.
Sorry about that. I just don't like to have to deal with that. And that's just me, But if that's the main quest, you just gotta cure yourself and cure other people. Like,
keep left at the fork to stay on I-5 South.
Sorry, it's fine. Why would you? What interest would someone have in that?
Continue on I-5 South for 3 miles.
Sorry. What interest would somebody have, honestly, in that main quest? I mean, it's just something that kind of ties it all together, I guess. It doesn't have to be that the main quest is the thing that is the most enjoyable thing about the game. But if that's the main meat of the game, something's wrong with you, or something's wrong with some other person. Now, if something was wrong, if someone like your girlfriend in the game, or the princess, or whatever, the princess, if the girl you're trying to save, if something's wrong with her, and unless you figure out a cure for her, she's gonna die. I think that has more promise, because it's a question of how invested you are in the game. If you in this game, if you really are just like, I just love this woman, and I want to save her life, yeah, absolutely, that's a decent idea. You can totally go off that stuff. Now, there are definitely better main ideas than that, but if all you're trying to do is save yourself, what the heck, man? It's just kind of shallow. It's kind of okay, sure, yeah. Find the cure, go see this person, then go see that person.
In 2 miles, use the right lane to take the exit toward Washington 16 West.
I don't mind if you guys are getting sick and tired of that voice. I certainly am. I know how to get to Gig Harbors. Anyway, now you guys know I really am driving. Anyway, it's just like, I'm asking myself, Larian, you're such a good game. I mean, you're such a good company. You're such a good company. You made good games in the past. Baldur's Gate 3 is the biggest thing, but it's not from Max. What? Okay, whatever. Okay, but like, a bit is riding on this, I suppose, because I want to play a nice, really huge game again. I really do. I got some games to tide me over. Some smaller ones, some a little bigger ones. But it's just, if your main quest... See, for me, the main quest is a big deal. It's all side quests, too. How many side quests there are, and how deep and immersive the game is, and all that stuff. Yeah, that all matters. It's all... Yeah. But it's like... if some of those side quests are really good, then that can really kind of make up for a weaker main quest, I think. But it's just like, I don't. If I actually get that game, get a new computer, not to get the new games. So if I get a new computer in the future, get those games, and I just feel like I'm kind of just, it's just like a hassle, or it's like a laundry list of like chores and things to do, like this linear game. I mean, like, man, if I ever play a game and it's free, it's like that, I just, nope, next one, next, And if a game feels like a chore, it's not fun, then it's just not fun. problem solving and,
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the exit toward Washington 16 West.
I don't mind if you guys shoot me on this. Sorry. I'm just trying to look for traffic. So, yeah, if the game is really, really...
Use the right lane to take the exit toward Washington 16 West, then keep right at the fork to continue on exit 132B.
Well, now you guys know exactly how to get where I'm going here.
Keep right at the fork to continue on exit 132B. Continue for half a mile.
Thank you. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here in a sec.
In a quarter mile, keep left to continue toward Washington 16 West.
So, where was I? Well, getting back to Divinity Original Sin, the original one.
Keep left.
I guess it's just, there's this. This is kind of semi-spoiler stuff. If you haven't played it, if you haven't played it, maybe skip forward or whatever. Play it before you watch this video. The first time I played that game, I think I went about it kind of a better way. This first quest at Sicil, when you're trying to figure out who murdered Counselor Jake, is probably one of the worst. It wasn't terrible. It just was not constructed in the way I would make a quest. I understand kind of why Larry went the way they did, creating that whole quest. The issue, well, again, this is kind of spoiler stuff, so I don't want to mention too much. But the issue is when you're trying to have a whodunit, like a murder mystery kind of thing at the very beginning of a fantasy video game. So it's kind of a murder mystery thing. Who did it? You're trying to figure out who did it. Well, and of course, if you've already played it, you kind of, it's been a while, so maybe a lot of things were a little bit fuzzier in my mind, so I didn't remember exactly who it was, so that was kind of fun, it was fun. So things kind of came back in little bits here and there, but bit by bit. The thing is that it's kind of like, it can be a game stopper, because it can be frustrating. You can't really, I don't think you can't leave the area, but up until you get to level 9 or 10, you're really probably better off not leaving Sicil, all the areas in Sicil, until you get to like level 9 or 10. And so you're kind of stuck in this area, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you want to quit the game. I just wouldn't ever construct a game that way. You want a game to be as inviting as you can make it, I would think. And if you don't make it inviting, well, then people won't enjoy it as much. And a video game is a video game. It's not work. But a video game can be difficult. But if it's difficult and not very enjoyable, then, so it needs to be difficult, but also, if it's difficult, it needs to be difficult. It can be difficult, but it needs to be really fun. And fun means different things to different people, but a murder mystery where you have to get all these clues, and you have to do all this digging around and breaking into houses, and it's just. So I just think that they made it. And it's a very complicated thing to do. It's a very, they're trying to make it complicated. They're trying to make it, you're not sure who killed Counselor Jake. You're trying to figure out what was going on. And, they did a lot of, it was actually, Flarian did a pretty good job overall. It was just, have more areas, have more places people go and take a break from this. And then maybe don't have it so integral to the whole thing, because the main quest in Divinity Original Sin is really kind of almost a generic one. It's I don't want to say what it is, but it's very, it is rather generic. It is rather, it's not very super specific about, you know, it's what you might guess. If you can guess what the main quest is, you probably be in the right ballpark. I'll put it that way, without even me saying what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Make some others maybe in a bit. Catch you guys later. Take care.